Yo, what's good, y'all? We're back, dude, and today we are making a video about Battlegrounds. You can see Mojo's on the screen right now. This is unrelated to Battlegrounds. I just wanted to show him because he looks really cool, man. This is my latest rank 4, and he's not a Battlegrounds champ, cause yeah, I mean we're not gonna be doing the Battleground stuff anymore. But back to the Battlegrounds thing. I'm gonna link Damn Epic's video and Trappy's video because they made some really good points in their videos about Battlegrounds. And yeah, I'll put those in the comment section if you want to go look at it, check it out. They have some really good stuff there. But yeah, we can get into what I'm talking about today. I'm gonna try to not cover what they talked about, but we're gonna overlap a little bit because obviously some of the stuff is gonna be the same. But I'll try to make some different points, and yeah, we'll hop into that. So, first things first, the rewards in Battlegrounds are absolutely awful. It's complete shit. So for reference, the last buff to Battlegrounds rewards were in October of 2023, and it's currently February, about to be March of 2025. If you don't believe me, I will pull up the forum post for you right now. This is the Battlegrounds 1 year anniversary, season 12. I think we just finished season 25 of Battlegrounds, about to go to season 26. And so yeah, you can see it's dated October 2023. They posted all the updates here. This is cool. They brought in titles to the game, which is really cool. A reigning Battlegrounds Gladiator, cool. W. So that was cool. This was a really good season for Battlegrounds. They brought in like a really cool rewards buff, and yeah. So this was the buff. You can see Celestial 1. 10,000 Titan Crystal Shards, 15,000 7-star basic shards. So like this is the only two stuff that people care about. You get half a Titan Crystal and one full 7-star basic. And back in those days, that was really good because I think like back then you were getting basically like one 7-star basic every single month, which is like that's not a lot. Now we open like 1 or 2 a week, or probably more than that, probably like 3 or 4 a week if you're, I don't know, if you're like higher up in the game. But yeah, and then the Titan Crystal, we were opening one of those like every 6 months, bro. It was very rare to get Titan Crystal shards. So yeah, back then that was really cool. But if we go look at the Battlegrounds rewards right now, let me go hop over back to my screen. You will see they are the same exact thing that they were in October of 2023, bro. Celestial 1. What do we got here? 10,000 Titan Crystal Shards. Half of a Titan Crystal. Not even a full one. And one full basic 7-star. And, you know, that's not great in today's economy. Because, dude, at literally any spending event, you can spend $50 and get better rewards than that. It's so bad, bro. It's literally so bad. Like, you spend $50, you're better off than the person who got C1. It's so garbage. And a lot of people argue that, well, there's all this relic stuff at the end. No, literally nobody cares about this stuff. Nobody at all. But people argue that the trophy tokens are, where all the value's at in placing high in the Gladiator circuit. And bro, I strongly disagree. So you see I have 145,000 trophy tokens right now. And if we go look in my stash, I have 33,000 more of them that I haven't claimed yet. Why? Because the cap is 150,000 trophy tokens. So if I claim them, they're gonna just literally disappear and I can't use them at all. And the thing about the Battleground store is that the only thing that I care about in the store that actually impacts my account is the tier 4 alpha catalyst fragments. You can buy 10 of them per week, and that's half of a tier 4 alpha, and it costs 20,000 trophy tokens. Everything else, 7-star shards, I don't care about. I have all the 7 stars I want. What else do we not care about? So you see this tier 6 CC, I bought these just because I was going to hit the cap. I didn't care about them at all. I don't need tier 6 CC. I spent my trophy tokens on them because I had to, otherwise they would disappear. I don't want anything else. I have tier 6 basic in the overflow. I have tier 3 alpha in the overflow. Nothing else matters but this. So if you spend 20,000 trophy tokens per week on Tier 4 Alpha, in a season of Battlegrounds, there's 4 weeks of the actual season and 1 week of the off season. So that's 5 weeks of Battlegrounds. So you need about 5 times 20,000. That's 100,000. Not battle chips. Battle chips are from Arena, which are better than trophy tokens actually. Trophy tokens, you need 100,000 trophy tokens per season to get by. And the thing about going through the victory track, we can hop back over there. So we get those 33,000 from the first 5 matches of the victory track. And then you go through Diamond. This is going to be, what is that? 5 times 3,000. So that's what, 15,000 plus Vibranium, which is 4 times 15,000. That's like 20,000 more. So that's another 35,000, I think, if you add them up. Unless I'm bad at math. But that's about like 70,000 trophy tokens you get just from clearing victory track. That's like you're 70% of the way there to 100. And then if you're, well, this is not even counting the alliance event or the what do you call it? The objectives you get every 2 days. So not even including those. If you place in, I think it's Arcane. Yeah, if you place in Arcane, so if you top 3,000, you can buy the maximum amount of what do you call it? Tier 4 Alpha every single season. You can just place top 3,000. So that's where all the value in the trophy tokens are, in my opinion. Other people might disagree. If you have a smaller account, sure, the tier 6 CC is helpful. Maybe the tier 6 basic's helpful to you. But if you're in like a Celestial like top 10 account, why do you need that many trophy tokens? There's no value in that, bro. Like, I could literally finish in Arcane and I'll still have the same amount of value as from those trophy tokens that I did from placing number 1. So you can be top 1 or top 3,000 and it doesn't matter to me at all in terms of the trophy tokens. And obviously these rewards, this is nothing. You spend $50, you're good. So yeah, that was just my yap on the rewards. The rewards are complete garbage. It's so bad, bro. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what they can do to buff this, dude, just make it better. Give like at least like, dude, you want at least like a Titan Nexus crystal in the C1 rewards. Make it something that like people are actually excited to watch. When I did my, what do you call it, my Celestial 1 opening rewards last season, it was so boring, bro. Like, if I didn't have Titan Crystal Shards saved up already, I wouldn't be able to open a Titan. I would open one single 7-star basic that has no impact on my account because I have all the 7 stars I want. Like, it's gonna be garbage. Like, why are people gonna watch my video of C1 rewards opening, number 1 in the world, when there's nothing to see? So yeah, that's that. Rewards are really bad. They can make it so much better. Something like to be hyped about. Even if they were to buff like C1 or just all Battlegrounds rewards like next season, I don't see myself pushing. I don't think any buff they can do would make it worth it, in my opinion. I was talking on my stream like sometime not too long ago, where I was saying like they would need to put like 20,000 units in the C1 rewards for me to actually try to push C1 again. Because no matter what they do, it's not worth the rewards. But like this isn't helping at all anyways, so like it's garbage. In Trappy's video, if you go watch that one, or if you already did, he had a really good suggestion where like if they were to put at least like at a bare minimum just some battle chips like the ones you get from Arena in the Battlegrounds matches, it would be so much better. Because dude, the thing about pushing in Battlegrounds is you can like I've literally had streams where I push for like 4 hours straight and I end up like maybe like 1 or 2 points ahead of where I was, because it's just up and down, up and down. So you can end up in the exact same spot after like 4 or 5 hours of grinding, and it just feels bad, man. Like, what do you get from that? You just waste your time. You go on a massive tilt and you get absolutely nothing. It's so bad. But if we got like at least a few battle chips like per Battlegrounds match that we did, that would just make it, at least there's something you walk away with. It's not much, but like it's something. And it's not going to break the economy either, because like in Arena you can grind them indefinitely. There's no limit on how much you can grind Arena. So yeah, I thought that was a really good suggestion by Trappy. Shout out to him. And yeah, that's all we're going to talk about on rewards for now. Like, I mean, obviously there's so much that they can do with this. It's not worth it right now. I don't think it'll ever be worth it, but it can be more worth it than this, for sure, for sure. But in terms of the actual Battlegrounds game mode and how they can improve quality of life playing the game, I had a few ideas. So like, as if you watch any of my streams when I'm pushing C1, you know that like, especially towards the end of the season, some of the queue times are just like ridiculous, bro. It's so like unbearably just dead, because you get so high that you can't match anybody if nobody within your range is playing. So there's the ranges that you can match people in the queue timer. For the first 3 minutes, you have to be within 50 points of your opponent in order to match them. And after that, from 3 minutes to 5 minutes, you need to be within 100 points to match your opponent. And then after 5 minutes, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you need to be within 200 points of them to match your opponent. And if you go above 10 minutes, the queue auto cancels. So typically when you're pushing in like Celestial 1 or even C4, like, or high C5, the queues can be like ridiculous. Like you could go 10 minutes. If you don't find a match, the queue just dies. You have to restart. Because let's say if you're pushing C1, there is about like 10 people within 200 points of you, the top 10 players. And if none of them are queuing, then like you're just stuck. You can't find a match. I've had queues, or I've had streams where I've legit gone like over an hour straight without finding a single match, and it sucks, bro. It's so bad. It's so like awful. Like you go an hour straight, you're just queuing 6 times in a row, 10 minutes each, and there's nothing there. And it's so bad. Like when I would do those streams back in the day, I would legit like pull up Hangman on my stream and just play Hangman or like something stupid just to kill time, because there's nothing you can do. You're locked in the same screen. If you try to exit, go play another game mode, you're not going to be queuing, obviously, because I mean you have to be locked in the Battleground screen to queue, which is, it's really dumb in my opinion. So that's going to be my first point. Like, you should be able to do other things while you're queuing. Like, if you're not going to change anything about like how the queue works or like the point range or anything, at least let us do other stuff, bro. Like, locking us in the screen, like, we're in the game, so why does it matter if we're on this screen or if we're like over like grinding like some EQ? Why can't we go over here, like, get this done while we're wasting time queuing? Or why don't we just go grind some arena and maybe get some better rewards than you do in Battlegrounds? Because like, hey man, let me grind some arena while we're queuing for an hour straight. I think I don't understand why we have to be locked in the screen. Like, there can be a pop-up that comes up, like, when you find a match. Even if you're in the middle of another fight, like, it's EQ. Just pause the EQ match. Nobody cares. Just come back to it after. Yeah, obviously, you're not going to do, like, Alliance War or Alliance Quest while you're doing this. So, yeah, I mean, those are fine to, like, not do. Obviously, you don't want to do those. Just, like, lower priority things, like EQ, Arena, I don't know what else there is that I would want to do on the side. But yeah, that would make it so much more bearable. Even if it's not doing any fights, even if we were just like going around looking in the stores, bro. Or just like looking, dude, sometimes when I'm bored, I like to look at my own roster and like I read champ abilities because I feel like it. Like I want to go like look at Mojo and like just look at him. This is better than staring at the queue timer, bro. But yeah, we're just gonna leave it on Mojo because he's cool. And then next suggestion, I think that they should remove the 10-minute cap on the queue. I think it's so silly that like the queue just dies at 10 minutes, you have to restart. Because the thing about that is, if you're high enough, usually what happens is you don't match anybody for the first 5 minutes. The real queue timer starts at 5 minutes. From 5 to 10 minutes, that's where you're actually like within range to find a decent amount of people. So like, if the queue dies at 10 minutes, then you restart, and then it's 5 more minutes of dead time. So basically what you're doing is you're wasting 5 minutes, you're searching for 5 minutes, and then you're back to wasting for 5 minutes. So half of your time actually queuing is dead time because you're not going to find anyone for the first 5 minutes. If they were to keep the queue going past 10 minutes, at least you only burn the first 5 minutes where you can't really match anyone within range. And then after that, you can keep on queuing indefinitely, or at least to like 20 minutes. So like you have 15 minutes of actual productive queue timing. Yeah, I think it's so silly. Like, why does the queue die at 10 minutes? There's nothing special about 10 minutes. And last suggestion about queuing is potentially expanding the range past 200 points, plus or minus 200 points, which I don't think with the current system this would be the greatest idea. If they were to implement something like this, it would have to be different from the current system, because right now, within if someone's 200 points lower than you, you're getting a +7 or a -23 from them. And I don't know, like, if they were to expand it to plus or minus 300, like, would you be like +4 -26 or like something like that? I don't know. I don't think I would want to play +4 and risk -26. Um, Epic, he had a suggestion about maybe changing the the whole point system to like flat scores. I heard that in this video, and you know, if they were to change it to like a flat +15 -15, then I can see you could match like more than 200. But I think with the current system, I wouldn't want to get like a +4 after after playing for that, because I mean, yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun to lose like 30 points in one match. So yeah, I'm not fully on board with that one. With the current system, obviously, would have to change. Okay, and now aside from just the current Battlegrounds game mode, I did have an idea for like a new version of Battlegrounds. I'm not saying this would be like the only version of Battlegrounds. Obviously, we keep the current version because this is what this is what people are used to. This is what makes Kabam money. But I do think that there should be a type of Battlegrounds where there's a finite amount of matches you can play within a season. Because right now, the fact that you can queue indefinitely throughout like the season and just spam as many matches as possible, sometimes the person who wins isn't the person who is the best. Sometimes what happens is, it's just the person who played the most, and like it's not really a true it's not really like a true representation of like somebody's skill in the game mode. Because if you're just spamming hella matches like for the indefinitely, and even if you're not the best player, you're eventually you can go on a lucky streak, and if you get lucky enough, you get enough points, then you just go crazy and you just score the highest because you just got lucky from like spamming hella matches over and over. It's like a numbers game. Like, you shoot enough shots, eventually they're gonna land. And I think that's cool. It's cool to have in a game mode, but I think a different version of Battleground should be, it's kind of like War. You know how in War, Alliance War, there's 12 fixed wars per season. If you lose a war, you can't just queue up again, play another war immediately, and get your points back. You have to play the 12 wars per season, and, from there, whoever wins the most wars out of those 12 and has the best attack bonuses, they win the season. And that's like a true representation of like who's the best alliance in the game, because everybody's on an equal playing field. Like, some people, they're tied by like real life commitments. They don't have time to spam matches all day every day, and it's kind of like I think that even the playing field, you make everybody do the same set amount of matches. Like this, it can be like a weekly thing. Like, let's say every week you can do like 15 to 20 matches, or maybe like 30 matches a week. Oh, even 30 matches a week is a lot. I don't think I would want to do 30 matches a week. Let's say like 20 matches a week is like a good starting point. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. Obviously, there's more detail that would need to go into it. But like, if you can do like 20 matches per week per season, that leaves you with 80 matches per season. And then, so everybody's on the same playing field. Like, you just have to do your matches, spread them out throughout the season, and whoever has the most points at the end of the season, like, yeah, they win. Like, that's what it is. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know how viable that is. I think it's a good idea. Because I really don't want to play the Battlegrounds game where whoever just plays the most wins, because I hate having to queue up like all day every day. Like, I've been there, I've done that, and I don't want to do it anymore. It's such a waste of time. It makes Battlegrounds not at all worth the rewards. It's just so draining, and just it takes up so much time. It's not at all worth it. We need like a Battleground system where there's less time commitment involved, because like with Alliance War, dude, you do 12 wars and that's it. So with Battlegrounds, you do whatever x amount of matches and that's it. But that's my suggestion. I thought that was a cool idea. It may not make the most money because, I mean, Kabam makes money off people like spamming hella matches and like maybe buying hella rerolls to spam more matches. But I do like the finite amount of matches that you can do in a season. That would be cool. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. I think that's enough yapping for today. Whoever stuck around, appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Don't forget, I will link Trappy and Damn Epic's video in the comment section below. And yeah, hopefully we can see some changes, bro.